Hello, gorgeous. Can we talk? All right, so let's get some lipstick. Maybe we can get going. Oh my gosh, I have the, there you go. You know, I can't cook without my lipstick on. How is everybody out there? It has been a very busy spring already. I have been running crazy in this real estate market. Are any of you buying or selling? Anybody going anywhere good? So I thought it would be really awesome to show you guys what I am making for dinner tonight. I've been so crazy, I haven't even had time to like plug in the stand that I put my phone on to show you what I've been cooking. Because you know I've been cooking. My family still has to eat even when I'm busy. But tonight, I'm going to show you like the down and dirty, fast meal. All right, let's take a peek. So, first of all, starting with my lipstick, you know. I have a little bit of French music going on in the back. Feeling good? This is a little bit of a zen moment for me cooking, I have to say, because I have been at the computer screen. So I needed to get up and move. And I looked at what time it was and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to make dinner. So I ran downstairs and I put on a pot of boiling water. And in I was just going some, I like to cut these in half, just corn on the cob, right? It comes already prepared, you guys, like literally, and it goes. I didn't have to clean it, which is great. I had water in there, by the way. Mushrooms are getting a little overcooked. Hold on a second. And then these are gonna go, whoop. Did you see that squirt me? Oh my gosh. Okay, corn milk going everywhere. So corn goes in there, and that is just gonna steam and cook in that salt. And sometimes people put a little bit of sugar or milk when they do their, yep, it's true, sugar and milk on their corn on the cob. Okay, so that's just gonna cook. And then, guys, I found these cute little garlic packets. They come in a bag, and then inside the bag, they're in a bag. And what I love is that they stay really fresh. So I threw in sliced mushrooms in a dry pan, nonstick pan. Okay, nothing, do not add your oil yet. Mushrooms need to sweat a little bit. I know it sounds crazy. Actually a little sexy, to be honest with you. Think about sexy, sweaty mushrooms. But it's true, they need to sweat a little bit. So there's no oil in there. It's literally just the mushrooms. And then, oh, I love this song. Can you guys hear that all? They're probably gonna kick me off of Facebook because it's very French. It's from Emily in Paris. The girl who sings into that, she's just such a beautiful voice. So I'm gonna rough cut some garlic, which takes all of 2 seconds because it was already peeled. And what I'm liking about that new way is, I have to say, yes, it's definitely a little more expensive than buying fresh garlic in the paper. And there are certain recipes where only that will do. But this is gonna go in this saute. So I sort of feel like this is the next best thing. I buy, honestly, from the big box stores, the big bag of peeled garlic. But the last 2 times I bought it, it went bad very quickly on me. And so I was a little irritated. So when I saw this one, I thought, you know, let me try it. And I have to say, so far so good because it's cryo sealed. Okay, I did not add the garlic to the mushrooms at first because remember I told you they really needed to sweat, and garlic will burn. So now that my mushrooms are almost where I want them, they're gonna go back over here. I'm gonna let the garlic kind of come together, and then we're gonna hit that with a little olive oil. In the meantime, I told you it was a quick dinner, so I have some more texting to do for work. So what my plan is for this quick dinner is the corn's gonna cook. In a minute here, this garlic is gonna start to just soften a little bit, and what I'm making is sort of a spin on the hamburger with the classic patty melt. But I had bought all this rye bread for St. Patrick's Day. I made Reubens, and I had 2 loaves left. So before I freeze one of them or make breadcrumbs out of them, I was thinking I would do patty melts with them. So it's kind of like an extension of St. Patrick's Day because I made this super good homemade coleslaw. And then I thought what I would do is I'm going to hit the oven and get it really, really hot right before everybody gets home. Gio has soccer tonight, Nardo's at work. Lil is out shopping for her prom dress. So everybody's gonna come at different times. So I figure I can hit these sandwiches and they'll be able to reheat them and have a really yummy, quick, sort of a burger. They're probably all gonna go like, Mom, where's the bun? But this is what we're gonna do tonight for dinner. Sometimes they just have to eat what Mommy makes. I always told my kids when they were younger that it was not a restaurant, and I still believe that. Dr. Jawan used to tell me, don't be like all the other Italian moms. And you know all you Italian moms out there, I love you, I'm right with you. But basically what he meant was, you cannot offer your kids a million choices. It's really not an option. You want them to try and eat healthy and try different things. That was Dr. Jawan's idea. And for the most part, I think it was good. Although we went through a phase for sure where my kids like only wanted chicken nuggets, so I made a lot of chicken cutlets. And what else did they eat a lot of? Definitely pizza. They went through a phase where they did not want my square pizza. They wanted round pizza. Go figure. You give them homemade. Okay, so we're going to hit these mushrooms and garlic with some salt and some pepper. I don't know, with mushrooms, I really love rosemary in my mushrooms. My poor auntie, she does not like rosemary, but you could do thyme as another. In fact, I might put a little bit of both. So there's my rosemary. And I have fresh, but I gave it a good haircut because I'm just getting ready to put all my herbs outside. So today we're going to use Hensies, which is pretty good spice. So these mushrooms and garlic basically are done. And then what I'm going to do is put those on the side. I always hate on those cooking shows when they go, I wish you could smell it, but they're not lying. I really do wish you could smell it. So what's fast about this dinner is that my hamburger patties I had in the freezer. You know me, I am a freezer girl. And I know some of you out there are like, that you cringe when I tell you that I freeze stuff, but look at the bottoms of my pans. Oh, should I be embarrassed? I know, it's so dirty. Look at the bottoms of my pan. My friend Bonnie, it drives her crazy because she scrubs the bottoms of her pan so clean and all the bottoms of my pan look like that. So that's sort of embarrassing, but you know it's a real kitchen. Okay, so there's our mushrooms. If you could only smell them with the fresh garlic, thyme, and rosemary. Now, this pan still has a little bit of those drippings in it. So here are my frozen burgers. So we had hamburger meat, or I guess it's chopped beef is what you're supposed to say. I say hamburger meat, and every time I do, people correct me. So the chopped meat, it's now a hamburger patty. These were just frozen in my freezer, and I have 6 of them. 5 of us will probably eat tonight, but Leonardo keeps telling me I don't have enough protein in the house, so tomorrow for breakfast, he'll be able to make a hamburger because they eat that kind of food for breakfast. Let me see who's out there. Who's out there? Fremio! Hi! How are you? Oh, Tara. Tina, congratulations for joining the real estate craze. I'm so excited for you. Tara, I have to ask you about balloons for open houses. I ran around like a crazy lady, so don't let me forget to ask you about balloons for open houses. Fremio, we got to do this deal, Fremio. And then we have Carolyn. Hey guys, how is everybody? Oh, and Brenda. Oh, Javires, how are you? ¿Cómo estás? Oh, hola, chicas and chicos. Tuesday night dinner. This is like helping me wake up because I have a lot more paperwork to do and I don't want to do it. I'm like falling asleep. Wow, you guys, that lighting is terrible. I look like, I'm tired, but I'm like not that black. But that's what happens with the sunlight behind. So I think I would have to get for these feeds like a window treatment. All right, so corn is cooking hard. It's just boiling away in here. We have our mushrooms that are done. And then what I'm gonna do is, I was gonna put these burgers out on the grill because it is such a nice night, but I just decided that instead, I'm going to partially fry them here, and then let them finish off cooking in the oven. So I have just a somewhat moist pan left over with a little bit of that mushroom and garlic and rosemary and thyme that I put on the mushrooms, kind of in the bottom of that pan. And then I'm gonna let this pan get a little hot and grab myself some seasoning. I'm gonna show you which one. This Montreal steak seasoning, I don't know, I think it's so yummy on burgers. It's not too spicy, although I do like a little spice. I have to say, I like a little red pepper sometimes on my burger. But if you want just like plain across the board flavoring, I have to say this one's pretty good. And then these are still quite frozen, guys. Look, they're still like ice on them. So I'm gonna go ahead. Can you hear it all the way over there? Listen. So instead of at McDonald's, it's McMichelle's going on here. McMichelle's tonight for dinner. So that's 3 frozen burgers. 4, it's really sizzling. 5, 6. All right, so those are sizzling. Let me just wash my hands. I think I can say I touched the hamburgers because technically it's not chopped meat because they're already formed into hamburger patties. Just saying. And then what's going to happen to finish up our dinner tonight, I'm going to go ahead and heavily coat, almost like a coating, on these burgers. The hamburgers. So I just do one side, and then when I flip it, I'll do the other side. But I'm very generous. You don't have to put salt and pepper because these spices are really heavy. And then what's going to go on is we had the mushrooms, and I have Swiss cheese because I had it left over from my Reubens. And the way this is all going to go down is I'm going to cut. Look how big that cheese is. Look, literally, look at the hole. Hi guys. Can you see? Let me go closer. Look at the look here. Wait a second. Look, it's like Swiss cheese glasses. Can you see my eyes? Look at that. But look at how big the Swiss cheese is. Like, it's seriously big. So that's way too big for one sandwich. So what I like to do is I don't like soggy bread. In fact, I really don't like Reubens that are soggy. So to help with that, I put the cheese so that it touches both sides of the bread. And I always do that no matter what sandwich I ever grill. So we'll put the cheese on the bottom. And then when the burgers are done, in go the burger. And then the mushrooms. And then I'm going to put another piece of the bread with the cheese on top. There's a little bit of olive oil. And then those are going to go in the oven. No joke, at like 450 degrees, just so that it hits and on air fry. Even if you don't have an air fry setting, if you have convection, great. If you have regular bake, great. All great. Can't go wrong. We'll just put it crank it up high. Because all you're just trying to do is give it a quick toast from the outside. Now, guys, some of this could have been prepped. Oh, I have extra cheese. So these are going to be a little bit extra cheesy because I'm not saving like this little bit. Oh my gosh, that makes me crazy, by the way. When people like open a package of bacon and they leave like 3 slices left of uncooked bacon. Well, what is anybody doing? Like, what is doing anything with 3 uncooked slices of bacon? That's like this cheese right now. So there we go. We just add a little bit more. Okay, done with the Swiss cheese glasses. But this was pretty easy. I mean, you guys have been on here with me for what? 5-10 minutes? Not long. I know it's not the 30 seconds of those quick feeds, but then I don't get to talk to you, and then I'm not going to wake up. And I had to talk to somebody, you guys, that was falling asleep upstairs. Okay, so I'm flipping over my burgers, which, by the way, are still hard as a rock inside. So all I'm doing right now, because they're straight out of the freezer and hard as a rock, is browning the outside of them. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little water to the pan. Yes, I said that, a little water. And I'm going to cover the top of it. And I'm going to finish off the burgers on a low heat so that the inside can cook. But I got to find the right shape. Okay, this one will work. None of them actually fit this size skillet, but that's okay. All right. Tuesday night dinner. We have veggie, corn, partially cooked. What time is it? 5:30. So they'll be home like another half an hour. So I'm gonna let this cook for another few minutes. And then we should be good. So let me see who I can chat with. Who's out there? Who can talk to me? Roberta. Hi, Roberta. Hi, Judy. How are you? Hi, you guys. Hi, Tracy. Hola, muy buena. Gracias. Ah, hola. Hola, Brenda. Now, it says I can bring some of you people on video. Okay, let's just try this. I'm going to try Judy Goby. Let's see what happens. Ask your request. Okay, Judy, and I look tired, so I don't want to hear that you don't want to come on. Look at this. I was all zhuzhed up this morning though to work when I was outside of the house, but I have been in my home office for hours. This is really live feed. So let's see. It says adding. Let's see if Judy Goby is my mom's best friend, childhood friends. They knew each other since they were kids. And my mom would have been like 74, 75. She passed 10 years ago. Oh, and it's crazy that we're even talking about her because I went to Starbucks today and I bought coffee for her, for my mom. My friend Veronica was with me. Okay, and you say, how do I do that? I always pay it forward and buy my mom a cup of coffee. So, all right, Judy, it maybe not adding. Let's see if somebody else can. I've never done this before. Let's see. Romeo, let's see if you're there. Let's see. Unable to add guest. Well, your broadcast user is cut. No answer. Okay. We'll have to try that another time, but that's kind of neat. It says I can bring people on. So just to sum up tonight's dinner, this was a quick Tuesday night dinner. I'm a realtor who has been running around Fairfield County, and I'm feeding 5 people and leftovers tonight. So I took out frozen hamburger patties, super easy out of the freezer. I had leftover rye bread because I made Reubens this week coming out of St. Patty's Day, and some leftover Swiss cheese and homemade coleslaw. So I'm going to do sort of a twist on a Reuben and a patty melt, sort of mushing together the ingredients. So it'll be this really crunchy tasting rye bread with Swiss cheese, and then I'm going to put that nice juicy hamburger patty on top with some of those sauteed mushrooms and garlic and thyme and rosemary, and that'll go on top of the burger. And then this other bread with another piece of cheese in it is going to go here. A little bit of olive oil, and we're going to hit it in the convection oven, regular oven, or an air fryer for a short amount of time at a high heat, just to let them all crunch up. And I'll cut them in half, and on the middle of the plate, I'm going to hit them with a little bit of the homemade coleslaw, drizzle them with some Thousand Island dressing, and on the side, homemade corn on the cob. That's what I have for you guys on Tuesday night. Tell me what you are eating on Tuesday. Stay gorgeous.